Happy Saturday! Oh, that's a new one for me. Hey y'all, it's me, Jenai, from Thursday. So as you remember from my video a couple days ago, John and I swapped chapter 1 of our novels to read, and today we're going to review those chapters. So let's get right down to brass tacks. Okay, so I didn't read John's prologue a couple days ago, but I'd like to read an excerpt of that now to add some context. We begin this story 4 years after the start of the Holocaust. Millions of underground citizens lost their lives, including the family of James and Charlie. So it seems to me that there is a place called the Underground, or a community called the Underground, and they are in the middle of genocide, basically. People are being wiped out, and all of the older generations are already gone, leaving nothing but the young people left. Okay, so I just want to start by saying how much I enjoyed the dynamics of these young brothers. Charlie, not even being in the double-digit age brackets yet, is still bright-eyed and bushy-tailed in spite of their precarious living conditions. And his older teen brother, James, who's fighting in the middle of the war that he'd been inducted to, basically into the rebellion military from the tender age of 14, their bond is already shaping up to be a tender one. So 4 years later, James finds himself strapped with this monumentous amount of responsibility, taking on the commanding role of director of war. And in this narrative that takes place, there's this unique technologically advanced world that's crumbling, but the potential for an incredible journey, both physical and mental, has me personally wanting more. Through a third-person limited point of view, the plot is already shaping up to be a gripping and emotional sci-fi tale that will appeal to older tweens and teens, as well as young adults. As a reader, I can predict that the violence will be at times quite brutal, but balanced nicely by the main character's conditioned and calm resolve to be an efficient soldier, though he himself may show signs of being disturbed by it as he balances raising his younger brother while ordering the death of their enemies. I like that there's a nostalgic element of Ender's Game and Star Wars, two of my favorite sci-fi novel series when I was in my own teenage years. If you're into wars erupting from genocide in an otherworldly setting, this may be a great book for you to pick up. And if you want to dive into this universe right now, John already has one novel at least that I know of that is published, and this is actually the prequel to that book. So I urge anyone interested to check. So I urge everyone interested. So I urge everyone to check out this book. I'm sure. Check out the links in the doobly-doo. You want a cookie? Yeah. Well, you gotta be quiet then, wackadoodle. All right. Go sit down and I'll get it for you. I'm sure John will put the links in the doobly-doo or at the end of this video. DFTBA. All right, I'll get you a cookie, a little cookie wookie.